Hello everyone, it's Kane along with Magazine yEtU, and I'm here with a special guest here.
Mr. Deontay Mack, Vibes BNB. What's going on, man?
Pretty good. Here talking about Black history here in the state of Florida, and particularly here in Miami. Yeah. And I hear you have a message to tell everyone about getting into the hospitality industry.
Right, so
business in general.
Yeah, so first of all, happy Black History Month to everybody out there. I think Black history isn't confined to 1 month because Black history is American history. But, you know, when it comes to hospitality, you know, getting into the hospitality space as a Black founder in the tech space, you know, there's less than 1% of founders that are Black in this space. You know, it's been rather challenging, but it's also been one of the best experiences that I've had in these last 2 to 3 years. I started an Airbnb in Hollywood, Florida, then which I grew to 15 units over 4 years, and I was able to, you know, generate 6-figure income by creating my own hospitality platform, which is now vibesbnb.com, right? So we feature short-term rental listing operators and owner hotels, so that they can bring a different vibe to their space. So yeah, man.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Now a question comes to mind, and that question is, what was your inspiration to get into the business?
So I got into the business because I wanted to affect my own culture in my own way, right? I noticed that you know, Airbnb just a couple years ago, there was a bit of discrimination going on when it came to Black renters renting other people's Airbnbs, to the point where a lot of people would get canceled or charged with different fines just because of how they look. So I got inspired to create my own platform that was more accustomed towards our culture and the things and wants that we need. And I decided to just go for it, you know. I got my first house in 2017, March, on my birthday, March 24th. Decided to start a hospitality career because a lot of people kept explaining to me different problems that they had within the Airbnb space, and I decided to take my own approach towards it.
Okay. So I have a question come to mind. With the types of businesses they have in South Florida, like the cruise ships, they have sporting events such as the football games, basketball games, different gift shops. People coming here for those things. How do you feel your Airbnb plays a part in that big picture of the economy here?
So, you know, Miami, Florida is a big travel destination. So a lot of different events down here in the South Florida Overtown area. You know, we're right near the stadium, the football, the basketball arena, bunch of different venues down here. You know, when people come to Florida, they want to stay in a place that's safe and comfortable, but also they want to go outside and experience what Miami has to offer. So part of the reason that I opened my Airbnb and eventually transitioned to opening my own platform was because I wanted to deliver the Miami experience in the Vibes BNB way, right? So when people come down, you can expect a certain vibe from us where you'll be able to check in very easily, you know, find a space where you can come in and be yourself, like the Duns Josephine Hotel here, which is where we're at currently. And you know, those different travel destinations that you mentioned, they play an important part because they bring people down here to Florida, right? Miami has over 30 million visitors a year between here and in Jacksonville. So having different things to do is important for people to really dive into the Miami experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, to a young person who could be in school right now or looking to start their career, what kind of guidance do you think you would give them?
2024, right? We are in 2024. The best guidance that I could give to a young person right now would be to utilize AI to learn about the specifics of the industry that you want to enter into. I think right now, AI has reached a space where we are on a new, the next 10 years is going to move faster than the last 100 years. So college degrees, experience is going to become less needed as AI gets implemented, because if you go to ChatGPT and you type in, you know, information about what you want to learn in that industry, it's actually a lot easier to get started as opposed to before, where you needed generalized knowledge or a mentor or somebody that had previous experience 20 years in that industry. But now with AI, you can pretty much learn all of that information right there on the internet. So I think one of the first things that people should do is get intertwined with AI, learn as much about that, because that is going to be where the job market kind of heads in the next 5 to 10 years.
Okay.
So that's generally my advice. I know as a young person, I started at 22, and you know, I didn't know what I was doing at first. And I think being an entrepreneur, it's more about just diving in and getting started, and then you'll figure it out along the way. I heard one of my mentors told me that if you write it down and get it out of your head, you can start to figure out the problems that come with that specific business. So if you want to open up an Airbnb, maybe you don't have the money, but maybe you can partner with someone who does have the money and write out a business plan and, you know, do different things that will help you get integrated into the lifestyle. You know, one of the things that I specifically wanted to do is, as soon as you choose a career, go find somebody that's already doing that career. You know, a wise man once told me, you know, you're one of the 5 people that you're around. You know, so if you go mirror somebody who's in the certain space that you're in, you'll be able to gain more insight about how to be in that industry and handle those specific problems.
Okay. Okay. And so, is there anyone that you might consider to be an inspiration to you?
Elon Musk, Kanye West, Steve Jobs, a lot of these characters. Brian Chesky, he's the CEO of Airbnb. You know, that's where I draw most of my inspiration from, because I saw Airbnb as a way to really install a different vibe that wasn't available in the marketplace. So watching him, you know, take Airbnb from where it was in 2007 all the way to now in 2024, that inspired me in 2016 when Florida came out with their medical bill, where the farm bill, where it said that cannabis would be more legalized in the upcoming years, up to which now, you know, they just released a bill in the courts to where it'll become legalized in 2024 November. So, you know, learning the information, understanding the market, that helps you kind of become inspired to do great things, you know, and I'm just a living product of that today, thankfully.
Okay. Okay. And would there be anyone from history, civil rights or abolitionists, or anyone for even in the motherland in Africa before we brought over here, would there be any one of those people that you could think of that could be an inspiration to you just as a person?
So here at the Duns Josephine Hotel, there's a room called the Marcus Garvey.
Okay.
And I just recently learned about him and how his important historical impact to, you know, some of the movements here in the United States. So that's mainly where I draw most of my inspiration from.
Well, I do thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate you for coming out, man. Very nice. Shout out to everybody out there. You can find us at vibesbnb.com or visit our social media, VibesBNB, where you can find different vibes in South Florida. We're a hospitality marketplace, wellness focused, where you can find themed rooms like the Duns Josephine Hotel, and then also just find different experiences here that you'll be able to find. So look forward to you guys. Shout out to Black History Month. Let's keep it vibey.
Okay, and thank you. Everyone have a good day.
Yeah.